Hi everyone. So this week we are talking about bringing nature back to our gardens. So we were pretty shocked when earlier this month Sir David Attenborough said that we are actually one of the most nature depleted countries in the world. Like, who knew that that was the case? Um, and actually, we've got a huge amount of power to turn that around, because it also turns out that the total area of all of our gardens around the country is almost 5 times more than all of our nature reserves. So we've got a huge amount of land in our backyard, quite literally. And so now we're talking about what can we do to bring nature back. So Sonia, do you want to run through the top tips?
Yeah, so we've got 5 top tips for you. And the best thing about all of this is that basically we get to be really lazy and call it rewilding. Okay, so from the top. May is officially No Mow May, which basically means as best we can, just like leave our lawns alone, because they just become a haven for all sorts of creatures and flowers and insects and things. But if that is too much and it's just going to make you feel like a vagrant, then what you can do is just do a section of your lawn. So ideally the one that's closest to the house. And if that's too much for you, then just mow around the dandelions. The dandelions are really good for bees. They're like early food for bees. The second is for, all your twigs and your cuttings and all of that stuff. Don't put all of it in the compost, put some of it underneath your hedges, and it'll just start to rot, and it becomes like a haven for bugs, like little bug hotels. And that's the second one. And then the third one, and basically what we're doing is kind of mimicking a natural habitat. So the third is to like dig just in little places, just little scoops. So it's like a little hollow. And that's really, really good it helps seeds germinate, like wild seeds. And it also creates little micro habitat. So that's the third one. The fourth is to plant some wildflowers. So the easiest way to do that is get some bee bombs, and we've got them in the shop. So you can just order them. You literally just scatter them around, and sooner or later they come up into wildflowers, which are just brilliant for all sorts of pollinators, not just bees. And of course, the more of those that you have, the more insects that come back, the more birds come back. And so it all just becomes, lovely. I've forgotten my fifth one. Aha, water. So basically just provide some water. The kind of important thing to remember is to keep it shallow, so like a shallow dish, maybe the bottom of a planter, and put some stones in it, because that means that little birds don't drown. Hedgehogs, if you're lucky to have them, can come in and out like a little swimming pool. And it basically attracts wildlife and keeps them all really happy. So basically absolutely gorgeous, super, super easy, and joyous.
Sounds very lovely, and I'm liking the actually we just need to do very little. So that wins my vote. See you next week. Bye.